Hello. Yeah, mic's working. Hello, friends. Rip Disc Bran. Discord just sort of it scared the crap out of me, bro. Like it was insane. Hi, Akhil. Hi, Parth. Hey, yo, Sonic. And I will ignore you completely if you call me sir again. I swear to God. Please, why you call me sir, man? Good evening, Brian. I'm doing good, Akhil. How are you? How are you? Hello, Tane. Tane is the person today's stream will basically be around. We're going to be reviewing one of Tane's games, and it's a reminder for you guys to pick up the membership if you'd like to do the same. Or if not, also that's okay. We're going to be doing some giveaways, with which then maybe you can pick up a membership and come online, maybe. I'm planning to stay with Chillcard in the long term, so yeah, I'm still with Chillcard, yeah. My predictions say PRX will be Fnatic. I think it's a Fnatic win, but I'm supporting PRX as a APAC fan. Review mine, review. Hi, Kelly. I would love to review yours, bro. For you, we won't even charge. No membership needed. Cali Pog. But the only thing I'm going to see when I review Cali streams is how to Twitter 101. So unfortunately, we're trying to teach Valorant, not how to farm Twitter impressions. But if we were trying to teach how to farm Twitter impressions, then maybe we would use it. I'm kidding, man. Uh, Hi, Abhijit. Hi, Sahil. How to join Chilcod as Waterboy? I mean, you can just join the server and then come in. Why not? If I'm a farmer, you have six. Dardua. What the fuck? Well played, Cali. Well played. Uh, एक्सकैली मैच है ना आज? मैच है क्या एक्सकैली का? स्काई स्पोर्ट्स वाला है क्या? How time to become member and get you to ward my game. Yeah, let's go. Good luck, Kali. Good luck. Hope you guys win. But what is this new shift I'm seeing, by the way, with you not on the race anymore? Why have you given up the race rules? Review Excali's Twitter likes? Bro, I don't want to get banned, okay? Excali's Twitter likes is saved for, those moments where, whatchamacallit, you need a release. It's not exactly something that is safe for work or safe for streams. Bro, it's so. To be honest, yeah, it is clean right now. It seems like Excali has recently got into some sort of maybe commitment. Huh? 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 No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. Maybe if you have, congrats. But I'm a changed man. See, this is what I mean. I wonder why. I wonder why. But to be honest, nowadays Twitter is in general much cleaner. I don't see much from Mimosa. I don't see much from who else are the major culprits. Cali, Mimosa, and randomly here and there people would do. You see, mentalism. एक second. I need to look this up. What the heck is mentalism? Mentalism क्या होता है? Let me get a Google Chrome tab. Mentalism. I know mentalist. Mentalism is a performing art in which its practitioners, known as mentalists, appear to demonstrate highly developed mental or intuitive abilities. So
Yo,
you
nice.
mentalist yourself to, oh, I'm confused, to not be as high in testosterone as before. Hey, welcome, Paracos. Thank you for picking up the membership. I got my Google survey money. What do you mean? जादू करते हैं मेंटल वाला. हाँ मेंटलिस्ट मेरे को पता है मेंटलिस्ट टीवी शो देखा है क्या तुम लोग ने भाई this TV show is really good. Wait, I love that actor. This guy, Simon Baker. Yeah, he is. This is a fucking insane TV show. He's a mentalist. Like, can see the future and stuff. Mentalism means like reading minds. I guess there's no Paytm for membership. I guess not. It's kind of sad. Yeah. If you get Google reward survey, it gives like $10. I think I should start doing that. Why not? Free monies. Anyways, before we lose track, let's go to Twitter. Don't worry, Kali, we're not going to Twitter to watch your likes. We are going to. Oh, wait, I cannot show you guys all my messages, unfortunately. So I'm just going to move that here. I'm going to open Deagle's Ward and then I'm going to hop on to Discord with Deagle or Tane. Tane, yeah. Leaks are denied. Nah. No leaks, no leaks, no leaks, no leaks, no leaks. It's good, bro. Yeah, the TV show is really good. If you get Google rewards service, it gives like 10. Okay, I already. Alright, so let me just open my Discord real quick so we can hop into Discord real quick and get this stream going. Um, okay. Oh yeah. Bro, I've been like, my entire thing is explaining to people, hey, don't open this. I got hacked. No, don't open this. I got hacked. Freaking sad, bro. It is so sad. Why do I get hacked? Why did I click that link, man? Please don't click the link, you guys. Please don't click the link, you guys. Tane, come Discord. Wait, I don't think I'm in a Discord. Yeah, I think if it's not, try exclamation DISC. Disc. Exclamation disc. I think that should work. Actually, wait, I'll just here you go. You can come on this. It will be great to see who will win battle between Forsaken versus Alpha. Alpha will win the battle. I think Alpha will win the battle, but Forsaken might win the war. If you get what I mean. I think Alpha's problem is that Alpha doesn't have as much experience as Forsaken on the like land stage. So that might be Forsaken's advantage. I think in terms of pure team play, Alpha is better. In terms of aim, Forsaken might be better. So we'll have to see. पहले का गेम ही देख नया नहीं है ना ओ भाई मुझे भी आपका गेम देखना है तो देख ही तो रहे हैं तने का गेम अभी वी गोइंग टू वॉच हेलो हेलो तने oh wait one sec I need to change Discord settings why doesn't this auto change for me guys except on Discord सब जगह auto change हो जाता है
Yo, nice.
Hey, thank you for the 4 months, Darshan. I appreciate you, man. We are doing word review for Tane today. This is Tane. Everybody say hi to Tane. Um, and yeah, it will be interesting because this is my first of a kind word review stream for members. But we're going to try to do this as consistently as possible. Ideally, at least 2 to 3 times a month. And yeah, it will hopefully incentivize you guys to be members. We'll bring in more emojis and stuff like that. Just make the whole stream more interactive in general. Yeah, so wait, let's go on to the games. So, Tane, before we start, let's make a map first. Which map would you like me to do?
Pick any one, all of them are bad.
Wait, so you're in Aristocats?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, which do you think is your strongest map? Like individually, not team wise.
I don't know. I don't have one.
Okay, but if I had to tell you to play one map right now, to sort of, I don't know, play one map right now, and if you win, you'll get 5,000 rupees. What map would you choose?
I don't know. Probably Ascent or something.
Okay, there is an Ascent here, so we can go with Ascent.
No, no, no. Don't go with Ascent. It's a weird tacky comp. We have two smokes. We won because of the surprise factor. Go for the other two.
Oh, okay. Icebox also you're playing two smokes. What is the third map? Oh,
Third
split.
one
Okay.
split.
Let's go with Icebox because you're not going to play split, so it might not be relevant to you what we learn. But like, because split is not there anymore, right? But I think Icebox might be relevant. So let's go with Icebox. And I like your comp also. I really like your comp. The only thing I might change is the race, but I guess that works well with two smokes too. You guys get to play a lot more individually. So yeah, okay.
We didn't have a good jet, so we just changed jet with race on every map.
Fair, fair. I think like I mean I don't know what Artgun. Okay, so I'm not sure what Artgun likes playing, but if he likes playing like say a Yoru, it will fit in, especially with the new buffs. It will fit in very well with the Viper Omen because the entire idea of Viper Omen, in my opinion, is to deny information. I'll explain what that means in a second, but whatchamacallit, by King and Yoru with the Viper Omen, you are able to sort of not just deny information, but sort of give fake information to your opponents, which works very well because then you can control the entire tempo and pace with which the opponents play the match, especially when a team is playing this sort of no flash, nothing composition. Okay, so let's go to the pistol. So you're the primary opper for the team, I'm assuming.
Yup, yup.
Okay, okay. So tell me, before we get into this match, I remember earlier on the stream you were saying you're facing a lot of issues recently in ranked, you're not able to climb as you'd like. Um, is there anything you notice particularly that is bothering you? Any gameplay thing or any mental thing that you're not able to fix?
I'm just losing. I don't know. I try
Okay.
to calm. I sometimes my aim is bad, but other days I do everything correctly, but I just keep losing.
Have you ever noticed that even when there are days when you're aiming bad, but somehow you get good teammates and they carry you? And those days your aim automatically becomes better. Is that ever the case?
Mm, Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Do you follow an aim routine?
I just turn on the game and I go in for comp. I
Okay,
don't have
so
time usually.
that's the number one thing I'm going to suggest. It takes you 10 minutes, okay? This is actually chat speed's suggestion for me. For my aim, that is, everyone knows, not great. But I've been improving a lot, and the best way to do it is to find your own aim routine. Now, if you only have 10 minutes, what I would tell you to do is just do like one easy bot on range, do one medium bot, and do two hard bots. That will take you about 5 minutes, and then do one DM. One DM will take you about another 5 minutes. So 10 minutes, your aim routine will be done. And the whole point of this isn't to actually, at least for my experience, to train your aim. It's just to get your body used to a routine. Like when you're getting into the game, you do this, and then you go into an actual game, you'll get used to it. As compared to if you go directly into a game, some days you'll hit like 4K on your pistol, and then you'll just go ham your entire game. Some days you'll whiff hard on your pistol, and you'll be like, oh fuck. You'll try to adjust your mouse, you'll try to move your mouse pad around, and you'll never find your rhythm. So those 10 minutes is so that you can find your rhythm into the game. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So try to sort of get that rhythm going. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm saying, but keep it a mix of some range practice plus some 1 DM practice at least. So that way you can find your own specialty. Like for example, me personally, Godspeed asked me to do 3x easy, 3x medium, 3x hard, but I found that whenever I do that much practice, I go fuck up in game. So what I ended up doing was I do one medium and two hard, and then I do one DM and I go play the game, and it usually works for me. Godspeed is the coach for Blade Academy, yeah. Okay, so who's the IGL for your team, Tane?
There is.
It is, okay. So in your team, is the IGL like he's just giving instructions for what the team needs to do the entire round, or is it more like he's going to say tu idhar khel and baki, and then how you play you guys decide?
Mm,
Like for
don't
example,
remember for this map, but for most of the maps we
huh,
have some defaults like where we have to play,
huh.
and like one or two, like two or three per map, and then we do that. If it depends, like if we have to rush in, then if it's a rush from the start, he decides that if we are
Hmm.
rushing or we're gonna default, and based on that we play. Like the first call is given by, and after that, based on what picks we get or who dies, who's alive, we change it up.
Okay, that's good. So it's really important that you guys sort of. I like the idea that you're saying he decides pre-round, and then in the round you guys sort of just wing it depending on what information or what picks you get. Okay, so let's watch standard B recon mid smoke. You guys are rushing B. Okay, nice shot. Yeah, so far so good. You wait for the drone, you swing with the drone. Okay, one very basic protocol that I always try to get teams to follow. This is perfect because you got a pick, right? But whenever you don't get a pick and you're rushing B long, uh, try to do it in two phases. The B hit in general. First phase, you take yellow control, and then you turn off the wall. You wait patiently. Second phase, you turn on the wall again, and then you go take the spike control. Now, the thing is, this is usually easier when you have a Sage, which you guys do not, right? So, how do you play a non-Sage comp for a B hit, which is the hardest hit with a non-Sage comp? Always try to aggress. So, I am not sure if you guys are going to aggress, but let's watch and find out. Oh, you just get picks. Oh, the Viper dies on the flank. Oh, Viper is trying to lurk. Okay. So I guess first point for your Viper then would be over here. You guys know that there's at least two people over here. There's probably a mid trap, which means there's either one guy coming like this from mid screens or one guy coming like this from flank. Ideally, the Viper should stay in garage and just mark the flank. But if he wants to go for a lurk, he needs to go early. मतलब like round शुरू होता है ना, and ये wall लगाने के बाद immediately he needs to leave. He's left in the middle of both times, which is not ideal at all. And it sort of messes you guys up because now your team is fighting, you're going to plant the spike and TP back. And now you're scared of your flank because you know the jet is coming on your flank, so you can't exactly play post plant, which means this guy and this guy are now in a 2vx situation, and you two are in a 2vx situation. Even though the round is 4v3 in your favor, you're actually playing 2v1s or 2v2s. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're not actually able to utilize your man advantage to the fullest. Wait, are you here or did I DC?
No, I'm here. I'm here
Okay, okay.
listening.
So you're not able to utilize the man advantage because your Viper died and you have the flank. So even though you have a trap, you're scared of the flank because obviously the jet is going to come. The jet can smoke and come. The jet can just stay around the trap and come late. So you have to clear her, which means you have to go. So in this situation, if the Viper even dies, right? Ideally, the Viper should not die. But if he dies, then you need your other two teammates to come back. So what I would suggest is you guys should talk as a team as to following one commit call. So in post plants, usually the call becomes yours. As soon as you plant the spike and come back ना, you can say like guys मैं post plant खेल रहा हूँ सब पीछे आ जाओ immediately yellow control बस रखना. तो ये this Sova can just either go snowman and be like an extreme lurker. This race can play extreme safe. That way you two can just go over here, clear this entire area, and you can play post plant while Omen then again goes on the lurk. Make sense?
Yep, yep.
Tell me, huh? If you don't understand anything, I will explain again. Ooh, almost traded, not bad. Yeah, Omen does do that, which is nice. You guys clear. Omen goes for the look again. Okay, the other team plays that quite bad. Honestly, they should just diffuse. But hey, a round win is a round win. Okay, so that's your pistol. I like the fact that you're going in the same place on your anti-eco. I'm a big fan of maintaining whatever tempo you have in your pistol, going into your anti-eco, and then changing that tempo in your buy. So same rush, looks good.
I think we go B for most of this game actually.
Oh wow. That's actually really interesting because by nature your comp is way better at A. Like you'll find a lot more success around these areas where I'll go into VALORANT and I'll show you. Today match prediction, yeah, I'll talk about it later. So you get a lot more success playing like say you can set up the Viper B wall in advance. So like if you want to play default, you set up this Viper B wall, but then you can have your Omen use your smokes if you ever want to go A, because that's your biggest strength on this composition, that you have two controllers, so you can permanently deny information to them in the sense that if you take yellow control and keep the Viper wall on off, they don't know if you're actually all of them here, or if your Omen is all of you are just walking back, and then your Omen is going to help you set up and take A control. So if you guys do
Hmm.
continue with this composition, that is something that will help.
Hmm.
Did you go for the buy in this round? Like not
I
your
don't
team, I mean,
remember.
like you individually. What do you usually
Yeah.
do in anti-ecos?
Mm, on defense, I save for sure. On attack, I buy sometimes. I save sometimes. Depends.
Okay,
On
I
defense, I
would.
want to get the op. On attack, I don't op as often.
No, that's fair. But even then, I would say if your team is buying not two, three specters, then it's more like valuable for you to play on the deagle and like play on the trade for your teammates anyway, so you can get a specter, because that way in the third round you can get a vandal while playing a bonus, so you'll have enough money to get a vandal in the third and fourth round because of your deagle. I mean, not like a deagle, I mean your headhunter deagle.
Yeah, understood.
Okay.
I don't know. We have many overlapping smokes often. I'm
That's
not sure
okay.
why.
Yeah, so just like I would tell you to ask your Viper and Omen to just coordinate the smokes. It's so your Viper is cutting off almost everything. Like the only thing left is this angle over here, nest angle, and then this, which is the angle you
I
need
think
to
we had
plant.
planned something that we wall below and then smoke above because there's a gap otherwise. But I'm
Huh.
not sure if you're doing it like that.
You are. So you're smoking. Wait, wall below. Yeah, you are walling below, and you're supposed to smoke above, but the smoke
Yeah, but we are
comes.
smoking both the places. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
I've
so
seen
the
that.
second smoke comes through snowman, which you don't need. You need the second
Yeah,
smoke for sight, which is like in case someone is standing in front of the wall. Or you can even save the second smoke for like repositioning. But on a hit, like yeah, it's better you just use it. Alright. Good anti-eco. Okay, we are going A. Let's go. So this is your bonus, which means all of you have specters. Again, a smart decision to go A. Ideally, like the only thing I would add is in a bonus, um, don't do 5-man hits, because you want to like your entire idea of a bonus is obviously you want to win it, but you should be trying your best to reduce their weapons as much as possible. So since the Viper is smoking mid again and again for the last few rounds, what you can do is tell your team, guys, you go for the 4-man hit, I'm going to lurk mid. And that way, even if you don't get a fight down mid, you can be the clutcher later coming in for the late lurk. You can come in for the late lurk, get more than one weapons. But the idea more so than anything is that if your team fails in their E-rush, then you can start becoming active, try to clear B, try to clear kitchen, try to go for all the way here, and find routes for your team to come back on the rotate. So if you clear B side, they can
Hmm.
rotate and come back. If you get the plant, that's a good bonus. So in a bonus, you want to maximize your chances because weaponry wise, you're already at a disadvantage. Okay.
Hmm.
And like
Okay.
the best person to do that is you as a chamber, because you as a chamber have your second life with the TP. So if you go mid, you set up one TP, you can continuously look for fights, and that will also help your team in the sense that if there are two people here fighting mid, like if this Jet is fighting mid, maybe the Sova will come help her. That means two people only on site to hold against them. So you're pulling pressure, and you pull pressure, you'll instantly TP away.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah, the entire idea is either you get a plant and you reduce weapons, or you reduce weapons and then the plant is okay. So if you get three weapons, it's a good bonus. But since they're all rushing and no, no, no. Okay. Um, always come for a peek. So ask them to always come for a peek. Like right here, Alike gets caught, and then Artgun tries to swing. Even if Alike gets caught, Artgun should be telling his teammates, guys, मेरे साथ कोई swing करो, double swing, double swing, double swing. If you try to trade early, you're probably going to give them a 1v1, which they're at a better chance of winning than you because they're
Yeah,
expecting
it's
someone to
better
trade.
than. Yeah.
Yeah. Same, we all just get caught one by one. So we barely get any weapons. And then now, see, even though Robin gets two kills, right? He gets two kills right here. If we had that mid, maybe you would have died. But that Jet wouldn't be coming here, so Robin would get to rotate and try to get the plant. But now he's just stuck, so he has to fight, which
Hmm.
is not what we want to do in a bonus. Oh wow, it's raining. It smells good.
Interesting comment.
We are Rex fanatic, yeah. Do you like the smell of rain?
I'm neutral. I don't like it, nor do I dislike it.
But do you get what I mean? Like rain has a very specific smell, Like there's a word
I
for it
think it's
too.
the
I forgot.
smell of like wet soil.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like there's a word. It only comes when it rains. Like you can't get that smell when you put water on soil.
Maybe. I don't know.
Definitely, I can testify. I live in a city where it rains a lot, so I guess I grew up with that smell. But okay, that was your bonus. You guys should have buys. I guess there's a technical pause going on. Yep, there's a technical pause going on.
I think see there's something I was lagging. I think it will take some time. You can skip.
We'll go forward. I think you DC'd.
Yeah, I was getting some lag.
Internet issues.
Mm,
Oh, there's some pings
one of
going on. I think you guys are talking about how you want to take snowman control in the next round. I guess you weren't there, so you might not know. But there's pings all around snowman. There's a viper pinging what wall he's going to do. Also, note for Aces ROG observers, please increase your minimap size. That is too small for a match. Hey, Captain Price. Bapre. Do they just? Oh, I think you're back. Yeah, you're back. Okay, so we're going back to the B hit. Also, yeah, when you have the Omen, right? Ask the Viper not to smoke mid. Ask the Omen instead to smoke mid. So you know that second smoke we're talking about when you guys do the B hit. So when your Viper is walling low, Omen can give one smoke for nest, and he can consistently smoke mid every single round. So that way the Viper can give smoke for the plant, and you and Viper are the clutch masters then. Basically, if the Viper knows lineups even better, he's playing on lineups, and you are the Viper's bodyguard. Where like you're telling the Viper, if someone comes on flank, I will cover you. You play purely on lineups. If no one comes on flank, then you're the one taking the first contact on the post plant. You're just jiggling, buying time, and the Viper will clutch.
Hmm. I think we do switch like the mid smoke to Omen. I'm not sure if it's
Oh,
this game
okay.
or we did it after watching this. But
Okay. Nice. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So this is the plan you guys were talking about. Interesting wall. Ah, so this is what I mean. So you see how this chamber just comes out and starts fighting you guys? And I think you died to Snowman with a stage that just came out of the wall. So eventually, people will start disrespecting you because of this composition because you don't have a sage, right? So you can't really wall and deny them their fights. So they will start considering, you know what, हम लोग aim पे खेलते हैं. And when that happens, it will become the case where, yeah, like Fetan, he's just swinging you where he shouldn't. Inflix
hmm.
is swinging you where he shouldn't because they know that you're going to be there. So for them, it is somewhat of a favorable fight unless you're expecting it. So either you need to bait them, and for you, for
No, so the
example,
so the idea like with this was
huh?
that the I shouldn't have died. Like we smoke that. You see that smoke on
Yeah,
CT? We
yeah, yeah.
smoke
You
that, and
died
then the
just as it
race
was
race
coming.
can satchel out and go on top side. So that's why we wall a bit wide, and then because we
Ah.
don't have a jet, so we are trying to do that. And once he gets on top, then it's a bit easier. Hopefully, that was the
Hmm.
plan, but maybe it does not happen like that.
So what you can do is um you can start the round. Like let me go back to the start of the round. So you start the round. You come. You take belong control. You use your drone and recon to take belong control. Then your setup here. You set up the wall, but don't turn it on. Instead, you smoke one snowman and you swing both of you together. You take yellow control. The problem here is that normally a chamber would be playing yellow, so he'll fight you right here and then he'll TP back, and as soon as that happens is when you should turn the wall on, because then you've already got the snowman angle for yourself. Once you've got the snowman angle for yourself, you wall and you ask someone else to plant rather than yourself, which I think is going to happen because I think Sova has the spike. So your plan is right. It's just remember that two-step process of taking B control, which is first take yellow control and then worry about the site. So when you're doing this, you always take some extra part of the site. In your case, you guys were going to take nest control, which is good, or you can sometimes take snowman control. You can take we call this area moon. I'm not sure what you guys call this area, but the default area basically around below nest. So you take moon control. You get what I
Hmm.
mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So and always tell your race to save her boombot to use in that. So you aggress with the race boombot. You aggress with the because you guys don't have a flash. You need something to go in, or you save the blind. Same Omen. If he saves the blind, he can blind like this straight across from belong
Yeah,
itself for
we
you guys to go
we
in.
blind like that. Yeah, that's how we blind usually.
Perfect. So with that
Any
blind,
V wall.
ideally you should be going with the race because right now you're marking snowman. Even if you don't die, obviously this round you die. Forget it. I'm saying in an ideal scenario, even if you don't die, na, the race is alone. So maybe he's going to go kill one and back off. It means you'll get a kill, but you won't get control. You want to take control and keep control, so you should go with that race because your TP is so nice in this situation. Is that you have belong
Yeah,
TP? You
yeah.
can set a TP up here also around
I
that
think I
area.
usually go with the race. I swing with the race, but I swing behind yellow. I died behind yellow.
Ha!
So
So
I had
that
my
is
TP
perfect.
there, and then I
So your
swing with
first
him.
step is nice because you have the yellow setup. But over here, because you have the smokes, don't set up your TP. Just all you have to do is keep this control till one of your teammates joins. So say the Viper comes here and joins you at yellow, then both of you can swing over here. You join the rays over here, both of you go together, and then the flash is coming when you're swinging. Petrichor. Oh, the name of the smell. Yes, thank you, Captain Price. Petrichor. Petrichor is the name of the smell. मेरे को लगा पेट्री damn it. Hindi has made me a chapri. Try to rotate a lot more. I think this was a really
Mm.
good situation to, if not try to rotate, also at least fake a rotate so they think you're going away and then
Wait, did
come back.
Omen smoke mid? I'm not sure. Check once. I don't remember
Yeah, he
if
did. He did.
or like someone smoked. Yeah, so I think we did try
No,
to
Viper
fake.
smoked mid. He turned it on and then he died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were trying to fake fake the rotate, but it
Huh.
didn't work. Yeah, looking back at it, I don't know why we kept going B, but it starts working out later. I
If
don't
you
know how,
guys
but
are
it works.
confident in your B hit, there's no reason not to do it. It's just that
Actually, I
without.
don't think we played much Icebox before this. Like this was the first BO3 we played, so it was
Okay,
yeah. So I don't know. We just made this one day before,
that's nice.
like for
I will
this
give you some
year.
setups you can do. We'll go to Valoplant after this. I personally love the Viper Roman comp. I think there is a slightly more like informative way to use the Omen, and I'll show you what I mean. I think it might be useful, especially for your Omen and you, because in those defaults you play along with the Omen, he'll set you up with one ways and stuff, and you get to find a lot more duels as compared to right now. It's a lot more RNG because you don't have a flash. You're hoping that they don't hit their shots. Like right here, it just comes down to aim duel, which of course. Ideally, you want to hit your shots, but you're not always going to hit your shots. You don't want to
Correct. Yeah.
rely on hitting your shots.
Oh, and
Even
back during when we played this,
yeah.
like I didn't play chamber like a lurker. Like the idea was I just go in with them, and only play chamber for like the hopping on
Ha
defense.
ha ha.
So that's why you will. I don't think you'll see me lurk. You might see the Viper lurk sometimes.
That's okay. Like, I think by lurk, I don't necessarily mean that, you wait till late round and you go in. I mean more like play defaulty where you have individual. Like as a chamber, you should look for fights. So your first thought is correct that I want to go with them. I want to fight with them. But I'm saying the with them part is not important necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in hits you should go with them, but if you can still look for fights alone. Like if you were doing this, for example, without the Viper wall, and the Viper wall had set up like your normal B wall, and the Omen gives you a say rafter smoke. Omen gives you a rafter smoke, and then Omen marks mid. Viper gives B long smoke. Sova gives B recon. So you guys now have B long info with the Sova recon. You have A push info because you are marking the A push,
Mm.
and you have mid info because Omen is marking the mid push. Now, if you get a fight, Omen can mid smoke, he can start lurking. If the recon spots someone or breaks, then Omen can join them and they can together take B long. You have a lot more options as to how to play the map as compared to right now, we're like, okay, let's go A. A didn't work. Okay, let's all go B. We're just playing like साथ में रहो aim पे मारो.
Hmm. Right.
Which is not bad. Like it's not like you shouldn't do this at all. It's more like in an ideal scenario the best way to win matches is that there is 30% of this, 30% of what I'm saying, and then the rest 40% is just you playing on ultimates. So if you have Viper ultimate, you pressing W, you're playing on the Viper ultimate. If you have Omen ultimate, you're trying to fake one side, you can pick up the spike with the Omen ultimate. Stuff like that. You can find plays around ultimates. We'll talk about that also, so after this half. What I do like about your team is that honest the usually the hardest part for like a newer team or players trying to become professionals is that they struggle with synergy or they struggle with communication. But you guys are all working together, which even if you do have some problems with your communication, it doesn't look like you struggle with it necessarily. So yeah, this is really nice. The only thing I would add here is that you guys took A control and then you went mid, right? And then you took mid control, you went back A. When you took mid control, you left the Omen here, right?
While A, we didn't leave anyone
Ha,
else.
correct. So when you take A control, you need to leave someone, but I'm guessing that was supposed to be you, and then you ended up dying, and that's why that
I
couldn't
died
happen.
first.
Ha,
Yeah.
so it's okay. You know it for next time. Yeah, nice. You use the Viper's ultimate. So you get a round on Viper ultimate now. You get a very nice thrifty. Now you have the Sova ultimate. You should just go for a hit. So with the Sova ultimate, your best options are either you're already going the B heavy setup. You can go B, just plant, just play for the plant, and then he'll take out in post plant. So B post, or one that I think is underused and I like is A aggressive ultimate. So he uses his ultimate like a recon. He starts like here, one charge over here, which will clear underpipes. So sandwich, it will also clear screens. Second charge for screens to clear, and then third charge for gen. Or you can switch the second and third charge. If you want gen cleared first, you can clear gen. So his ultimate is basically like a recon, which is going to clear every angle for you guys. If it spots someone, then he's going to kill them. If it doesn't spot someone, you already know that that angle is empty. So that's a nice way to use the Suba ultimate. Oh, okay, so this is a default. Alright. Okay, so Viper is marking mid push, Omen and Raze. Yeah, this is nice. So you're working with the Sova to take belong control. You're using the drone. And the only thing I would add is ask your Viper to wall in advance. Because in case you guys get free belong, obviously they're fighting you now, but for some reason, if you get free belong control and you're already set up at yellow, you can ask your team to rotate and you can set it up and you can leave the Omen. But now when you come and the wall goes up, they'll be like, oh, okay, abhi aa rahe ye log. The wall went up and they'll know that you're executing because of the wall. So it's like a read for the enemy team that, guys, if the wall is coming, they're executing. You get what I'm saying?
Ah, okay.
So you
Yeah, we
can
are just relying on the like we are hitting the site with the Viper wall and
correct.
like yeah.
And the strength of your, like, if you're playing the ROG wala comp na, then वो लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते. They have to rely on the Viper wall. But you guys are playing double controller. So if you set up
Hmm.
the B Viper wall in advance, not the wall you're already doing, the standard wall, the one that everyone does, ye wala.
The
I
normal
can't
one.
draw a straight line, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understood.
Um, then even if you don't want to go B, you want to go A, Omen smokes are enough to go A.
Hmm. Okay.
And if you do want to go B, they'll always be thinking, are they coming? Like, if you guys suppose if the wall is up now and only the two of you are taking B long control, suddenly these people will get scared. They'll maybe rotate. They'll get A for free. You guys can rotate and go A. So it's just sort of moving the team around a lot more because they don't have information. You're denying them information. Why? Why? Wait.
Yeah, my guy died, so he was coming for the gun, I guess. So,
No, I know that. I'm just confused as to why your guy swung.
I don't know that.
I think he didn't expect. Was he trying to? No, he had his ult. He couldn't be trying to take the orb. So just slightly miscommunication, I guess, but good trade. But see, now here's the thing. Now imagine if he had died and you had got his trade, right? And the
Hmm.
wall was already there, and suddenly you turn on the wall only for yourself. You tell your Viper to turn on the wall, and then you come take this entire area. These people are going to be scared. They're going to be like, guys, Viper wall hai, Chamber just killed me. They're probably going to think B is empty and they're going to go B. But in actuality, you're alone, and your team can just take
Hmm.
free A control.
Hmm.
So this is what like internationally you'll hear a lot of push and pull strategy. It's a very common term for coaches. The idea is that it's like how do I describe this best? Wait, let me think of a good analogy. I mean, by push and pull itself is an analogy where you think like imagine you have like two containers with water, and you're pulling water out from a container, which means one container is always going to have more water and the other container is going to have less water. So what push and pull basically means is that one area of the map is going to have more presence and one area of the map is going to have less presence. So if you as attackers start going to the area of the map that has less presence by the defenders, then they need to rotate their presence and bring it to that area, right?
Right.
So you're pushing in this area and you're pulling the defenders away, which means suddenly this area is free and you're expecting it to be free because defenders should make that move. Now in this also there are two situations. Imagine you're doing what I'm telling you to do, and फिर भी ऐसे like annoying people end up playing who are just like, we don't care where you go, we are just going to stay. And when that starts happening, you're just like, okay, you guys are not rotating at all. We're going to abuse the fact that you're not rotating at all. We're all going to go 5 stack hit. So the whole point of a default is to help you understand how the opponent is playing. Are they rotating too much? Are they not rotating at all? Are they using their abilities too early? For example, if you in this composition, it's a solo Sova. If he's using his recon, his drone, both in a matter of like 20 seconds, then you know that in the first 20 seconds, all the information for this team is gone. So if you play quietly in the first 20 seconds, then in all of your time left, they're clueless as to what you can do. They have no information. You can abuse that. If the Viper is every single round turning on his wall early or smoke early, then you know that after this point he's not going to have his smoke. We can easily rush him. Same if the Sage is not walling kitchen at all, then you know the kitchen is on a trap. You can start lurking kitchen a lot more. You can look for areas. So that's the point of a default. You do default for like 3-4 rounds out of 12 maximum to understand what the opponent is doing, and then you use that info to decide whether you're going to continue a default, whether you're going to do a hit, whether you want to do slow hits, which is like DRX style. You wait for 10-15 seconds, then you group up, you walk in, and then you instantly go for a hit. Have you seen DRX play?
Yeah, I watch the games.
So you get what I
All
mean.
the
Now
games.
they stop for 10-15 seconds at the start of a round. They just hold defensive angles. They'll let the defense react, like do something first. So Haven is a very good example. Imagine, actually, let's not go here. Icebox pay. What DRX would do is like they would mark mid. They would have someone on belt to mark A push. They would have one recon plus someone on B to mark B push. Now they would wait to see what they're doing, and then they would wait till exactly the 50-second mark. Now, can you think of why the 50-second mark is so important? Any guess? Just go for it. It's not a test.
I guess like if you try to execute it, you will need 20 seconds. So even if it like fails, you have like 30 seconds left to go somewhere
That
else.
is a really good point. That is a really good point. That is one of the main reasons. But an even more important reason is that every initiator's refreshable utility, may that be SOA, KO,
Yeah,
Breach, it's a
40.
40-second
Yeah,
cooldown. So if you're using it at the start of a round, it will be back around that 50-second mark.
right, right.
So around the 50-second mark, they'll start grouping up, they'll get ready, the utility will come, they'll use it again and they'll hit. So they have it pre-planned almost. So try to play along. When you're playing defaults, a DRX style is a very easy style to play default. Obviously, you can play normal fast defaults too, but that timer will help you always. Think about, okay, in around the 1 minute mark, you're like, guys, even if the Sova isn't communicating, which he should, you can be like, guys, you can ask him, bro, tera recon kab aa raha hai? And he says in 10 seconds, and then you tell the team, okay, guys, let's start making a plan. What are we going to do with the recon? Are we going to hit now? Are we going to go A? Then let's start grouping towards A. With that 10 seconds you can use to talk. Race to left hand side जा, पूरा screens की तरफ clear कर. मैं right hand side जा रहा हूँ, मैं plant करके post plant के निकल रहा हूँ. Viper मेरे साथ post plant खेलने वाली है. Just having that plan when you're going in, there is no chaos in the comms की. Guys left में right में everyone knows किसको क्या angle clear करना है.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this is the small thing which I think I have to add in the sense that usually in like slightly inexperienced teams, what I've seen is that they tend to have the role where the IGL has to give all these instructions. And of course, if the IGL wants to give, he can give, but usually it should be the player swing. Like for example, if you're the one planting ना, you should be like, guys मैं right hand side जा रहा हूँ, मेरे को मेरे साथ ओमेन चाहिए, वो फ्लैश करके मेरे को कवर करेगा, बाकी तुम लोग देख लो. And then the team should be like, left hand side रेस जा रही है, रेस मेरे साथ क्या बोलते हैं, I don't know, वाइपर आजा या Sova Aja, you will go together like that, and then the Viper or Sova, whichever one is left, they can play in the back. So rather than the IGL like dictating key, raise you go here, chamber you go here, raise you do this, chamber you do this, that will never be good for you as a team because you're not actually learning anything. You're not actually you're not able to make decisions on your own, because as a player you know if you're more comfortable going towards the right hand side, going towards the left hand side, if you're more comfortable holding the long range yellow angle, or if you want to get into the face and fight the enemy, it can change day to day, but you will know what you're better at, right?
Hmm.
So you should make that decision for yourself. Ki, I want to go here, I want to go there. What the IGL will do is what he's already doing for your team, which is like, let's go A, guys. I want to rush A. Let's play default, guys. I want to play default. Like early round decisions mainly. And then the secondary role of the IGL becomes in the mid round. If you're saying, guys, we should group A, go A, and another teammate of yours saying, guys, we should go, no, we should go B, we should group B, then the IGL has to decide where are we going, A or B. Like जब conflicting opinions है, जब IGL का decision final रहता है वैसे. How to get casting? Yeah, just make a reel and contact TSC. Make a reel as in like a demo cast. Nice. So you guys are recognizing that kitchen is a lot more empty. You're looking kitchen, which is good. Again, though, like try to leave someone for the A push. I like the concept that stay together because that will always get the trade. But against in any other composition that is good. But against this particular composition, ना जिसमें flash नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, the only way ROG or this composition can get information is by dueling. So in a lot of scenarios, like we saw in the pistol, now Jet, she would end when you guys are going B, the Jet would W and she would come and try to flank. So if you have someone left on the A push, then he can catch that Jet immediately. You guys can rotate if he catches that Jet. But now we are dedicated on the mid to B. So even if B fails, we'll have to go B only. We can't go A because we have no information on it.
I have put one trap for like the Omen,
Ha! The trap
but
is good,
I mean, it
but
doesn't help much, but it's fine.
no, it helps.
I
It's saving his life. It doesn't give information. So even in that scenario, now if you want to be like, no, we want to stay together, but we also want information, what you can do is you can personally start on the A push, get aggressive, like move till pipes, and then trap advance, ekdam forward wala trap. If you trap that, then you come back and you join your team. Then you have information ki if you pipe trap around pipes that this much is clear. So when you're rotating, you can run till there, and then you can clear one by one angle. I think this is very common in Breeze, for example, where if you start on a default, you'll go to shop and you'll set up a trap and then you'll go lurk halls or you'll go lurk mid, you know. So it's the same concept here also. Like you can do that on B-long too. If your team is starting towards A, you can tell Suva मेरे लिए recon दे B-long की तरफ या मेरे को drone दे. You can take B-long control. Just leave a trap along B-long and then come back, join someone at mid, join someone at A. And then if it doesn't work out at mid or A, or you think there are too many people at mid or A, that trap is your information to rotate on, which is like we have B-long control still, guys, because of the trap. Yeah, Duke, personal decision making is crucial. And it gives you a confidence basically to play your own game. When an IGL is dictating and telling you what to do, and if you win rounds, obviously everything is amazing because the IGL is God, this, that. But if you start to lose rounds, first the IGL will lose confidence. Then the players will lose confidence in the IGL's comms, and you're just like, what do we do, guys? What do we do? Will there be too many what do we do's as compared to if players are making mistakes, हर player की responsibility बन जाती है to fix those mistakes one by one by one. And the IGL just has to, it's like it's like an opera where the IGL is that conductor. Everyone has to play their own violin, their own like guitar, जो भी है. The conductor just has to put it together to make it sound good. So I'm going to guess that you guys end up struggling on defense. Because you guys are
Yep.
actually looking pretty good on attack. Okay. So we'll try
I
to
think we
move.
get like 0 rounds. We
Ooh.
just choked. The half was like 8-4, I think.
Oh,
I don't know,
wow.
but yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go through the attack faster then. Because I like what you guys are doing on attack. It's just like
On
expanding on the
defense, we
defaults, what
just
I'm
like
saying.
we didn't go like explore anywhere for info. We just like kept holding somewhere.
Ah, so
So
see, that is the main
that's where it.
problem. Like, that's why everyone
Mhm.
struggles to play Viper Omen because.
No, like if you see the other maps, we did take like control somewhere and we were getting info. Like, but after on this map, I don't know. After losing like 4 or 5 rounds in a row, like we just everyone just shut down. Like this particular game.
So I have a bit of a controversial opinion when it comes to playing any double controller composition. And I
Mhm.
think the issue is that everyone feels like you're saying is that you need to get info and you need to play to take control, and you don't need to. The strength of your double controller is that the opponents will never have an idea of what kind of setup you're playing. And I'll show you what I mean because before we go to the defensive half, yeah, I think you guys are looking good. We can just go. I want to just see which round you lost. And then, because you said 8-4, now 6-3 right now, which means you guys lose one round. We'll look at the round you lost, and then before we go to the defense, I'll just go to Valoplant and I'll show some basic setups that I would make with this comp, and it'll show you like a slightly different style of playing this composition, and you can add that style to your thing. You should not always have one style on defense, especially. You should try to have many different approaches. Where obviously proactive gameplay is always easy in the sense that you get to control, but reactive gameplay is also very strong, especially against no flash compositions, because at the end of the day their composition has to just run into sight without any flashes. So your crossfires are insanely strong, your one ways are insanely strong. They can't really peek you without being at a disadvantage in almost any scenario. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I thought he was going to die. Never peek a sage wall's gap. It is like asking for death. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Fetan left that angle, but if I ever leave a gap in my wall, I'm just holding that gap because at least in compy games, because I know some guy is going to be like, "ए देख ये सेठ चूतिया इसने गैप छोड़ा और आके वो देखेगा उसको वही उसको ही मारे." You just need Sage to save a wall post plant to win this map. Not at all true, especially when they're playing Viper and Raze in this composition. Sage can wall; they just have a shit ton of utility to kill you, anyways. Wait, what happened here? Okay, it's 4v5. Omen died early towards B long. We took mid info, we broke the wall, and then we go towards A. We're trying to rush A. Good utility usage. We clear back. Again, I think one of the main things on attack for you guys, besides the default, thoda expand karne ka, is the double swings. So, right here, look, you're watching this angle, which is basically green box. You're watching the new box and Gen. The right? You're watching new box and Gen se koi swing na kare. Robin is slowly coming, trying to get in. He's a little back. Wait is going left to clear, and Artgun is swinging, which means all four of you are doing four different things
Mm.
rather than four of you coordinating together. So, for example, Artgun, if he waited a little bit, then you could come a little closer, and if you're closer, even while watching Jen, if he dies, you can swing and trade him immediately. So that slight coordination is needed with like there's different ways to do it. You can like have a keyword set for yourself where you're like swing, okay, and both of you start swinging because there's a small gap. You end up trading anyways, but because you have to trade like मतलब वो मरता है, you realize you have to trade, you go trade, and then you end up dying because you're in a bad position. As compared to if you knew that he's going to swing, then you're already ready to trade. You trade and you'll swing back instantly to the your Purana wala position, which was new box and Gen. New box is this box, by the
Mm.
way. This green
I think I was
box.
waiting for his nade, but after that he just swung instantly.
Yeah, yeah. So
Like
I
he should
think
have
you played
waited
it
that.
right. I'm just saying that I think what you can tell your teammates, or you can even control in the moment, ki like rook, 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 rook. You can, if you're waiting for the nade, you can be like, wait, wait, wait for the nade. Nade ka damage khane ke baad, then you can double swing together.
Hmm.
You sort of
Right.
lead. And in this scenario, now, I don't know if you guys have this issue, but I've always seen that teams tend to ask कि guys swing करना है क्या, guys rotate करना है क्या. Never ask ever. Always be like guys rotate करना है, swing करना है. Like say what you want to do, don't ask, क्योंकि वो पूछते पूछते जब तक वो सोचेगा बोलेगा खत्म गया chance.
Hmm.
Just trust in your calls, trust in your teammates calls, and if a teammate gives you a call, just do it instantly. Okay, fair. So yeah, like out of the 4 rounds you guys lost, uh 2 rounds were because we ended up swinging one by one. One round was because we whatchamacallit, we slightly messed up in that B hit where you didn't wait for the smoke before you
Hmm.
peeked, right? And
Right.
then what is the full, the other round was just
Oh
bonus
yeah,
versus
I
buy.
didn't tell you. Another reason why that wall is like that is so that like one of us can go towards CT. Then like because of like this was the map change just
Ha ha
a few days before this. So like we wanted to push towards CT because like we saw that CT ka bridge
ha
like it
ha
got
this one.
filled, right? So yeah, so the thing was that we were thinking that we can someone can go in that corner there. So that is why that second variation of wall is there. So I don't know. This was
Ah,
like a new map, and like we were also playing it for the first time. I think
yeah, that's
like
okay.
even in like when we are like practicing in scrims and all, we
See,
didn't play
honestly,
Icebox much.
strats will never be perfect. It's fundamentals that will really carry you. Like basic stuff like picking
Hmm.
together, for example, or that default having it slightly expanded, or what you guys, the fundamental that you guys already have, which is like it doesn't matter what we do, let's do it together. Fucking Masters team still do it. Like if you notice, this is how Leviathan was playing yesterday when nothing was working. They're like, okay guys, let's start grouping and pushing wherever. If we get fight, we fight. Like if you go watch the Leviathan match yesterday versus Xset, or even if you go watch their match against DRX, their basic principle was none of our strats is working. So here's what we're going to do: 1-3-1. दोनों साइड पे एक एक एंकर छोड़ो, तीन लोग का झुंड ग्रुप हो जाओ. अब now we will fight. This झुंड will fight everywhere. This झुंड fights will get trade. Very simple philosophy, but it's a fundamental, and that part you guys have correct. So it's just about learning new things now. But okay, let's go to defense. But before we go to
Like on this
defense,
map, you won't see many strats from us. Like this was just like the basic things that like we had thought of. We had
uh,
never done those before those. So, like we didn't have reps on those. So
hmm,
if you
hmm,
want to
hmm.
see some like actual defaults and strats, I think on Ascent or
No, that's
Split
okay.
maybe
No, so I
you'll
think
see
that's
that.
why this map is good for our session then, because I can give you more value on this map as compared
Hmm.
to you guys already know Ascent well. So I'll
I mean,
just
there will be something bad in that as well, but yeah, compared to this,
mistakes always happen. That's okay. So wait, I'll just set up a basic attacking default first, and then we'll
where
go
do
on
I
to
have
defense.
this for ice? I don't have anything for Icebox. I was looking in the group. I have nothing
Ah,
for Icebox.
perfect. You can look at this stream later with your team. Okay, so Viper wall, and then put the Viper separate. So once the Viper wall, she's free to join, and I'll explain what that means in a second. Omen here with one Omen smoke every round for the default. Tell the Omen he can sometimes even shift the smoke to boiler. Tell the Viper to come with him and then double swing mid. So you take mid control. And I'll explain when that is a good situation to do that. But generally this. Sova belong. With this wall, the best part is that don't let him turn the wall on, but he can give Yevala recon. I think he knows the recon that lands on top of this. Also, by the way, if there is ever a situation where your teammates does not know lineups or anything, Valoplant is the best, honestly, for easy access to lineups. For you guys too, if you guys did not know this in chat, hey Manan,
Oh damn.
you get almost every lineup on Valoplant. and it's just easy. You just go look, and it's a video basically. If you click on it, it'll show you a video. So yeah, use Valoplant. So he can use his recon. If someone breaks the recon, then he can come into garage and drone around that recon. And the idea is then you can join him here, or Race can also join him here. I would prefer you join him here because the Race can use his satchels and nades better around A. But the Race can join him here if you have an op and you want to look for better angles around here. Like if you want to play pipes, for example, or if you want to start belt and hold belt, then with an op it'll be better for you on attack. So if you don't have an op, then you're best here. Race will go A, and then Race can play with Viper, or Race can play passive. Viper can play passive A, and then Raze and Omen can play here. And then the best part about this becomes that Raze can slowly take kitchen control. He can boombot for kitchen. Or he can boombot around here. They can, if the boombot picks someone up around mid, they flash. They'll work together, and they can sort of function around the idea that they're going to take mid control. And when they're doing this is when the boiler smoke is actually very helpful, because you can ask your Omen to TP onto tube when Race comes here, and then Omen can hold tube and Race can uh where is the boombot? Race can boombot like under tube, so to clear sight. So Omen comes here, and if you guys have belong control and Race boombot spot someone, then you can instantly say Viper piche aaja. Viper will just mark the your flank then, and then you guys are basically doing a mid to B. Okay. Same situation पे अगर you guys take belong control and someone starts fighting you here already, you're not able to take yellow control, but they've got mid control, then it's smarter to leave you over here, knowing that one guy is going to be stuck fighting you. Then your team can, Omen can stay at mid. These three will group around here. They'll try to take this much area. Wait for Sova's recon, basically. On Sova's recon, create pressure over here. And then when they create pressure over here is when you should try to fight. So if they create pressure over here, this guy over, whoever is stuck in the first place fighting you now, he'll try to rotate or he'll try to get aggressive. If you kill him, they can again come back, rotate onto B, take B. If you don't kill him, or if he runs away and you say, guys, they left B, they can come back into B. Or if you end up dying, they can just try to force A with Omen cutting off rotations.
Hmm.
So that's like a very basic default, but hits, I think I will leave because I think you guys have got it on point. Let's go to defense. So we'll watch your defense word after this because I'm only going to cover reactive setups. Proactive setups, you guys said you were already trying for a few rounds. We'll cover that after we watch, but reactively, I think one thing that we need to understand importantly over here, composition wise, is that in this comp, on attack, the Raze is a duelist. On defense, the Raze is not a duelist. He's a sentinel, basically. Like sentinel in the sense that he has,
Grenade and
yeah, he has the one of the best utilities in your entire comp to slow people down. So we want him to stay alive as long as possible. And the only situation where we don't mind him becoming a duelist again is when we're getting ultra aggressive. So one, for example, proactive setup that you guys could do is you can ask Sova to recon for whatchamacallit. Sova to recon for अरे भाई ये lag क्यों हो रहा है? Mid push. So Sova will set up a recon over here. Race coming from tube, or you coming from tube, and Race coming from boiler, under boiler. And then if recon spots someone, then Race can boombot and you guys can swing together. Similarly, Race doesn't have to be here. Omen can be here. If the recon spots someone, Omen blinds for you, like that, basically. Like that or like that, depending on where the recon spots. Or if the recon is broken, then this, because usually when the recon is broken, they'll be around this KNG area. Then you swing, you'll get a good fight, and you can always TP back. And the best part about this is that since you're pushing mid, you can leave your trap at B. Viper can play B retake, and Race can anchor A. Now imagine you're playing this setup and the recon doesn't spot anyone. Okay, so recon doesn't spot anyone. Then this guy will come over here. He'll say, okay, chamber, I'm leaving you alone. Just play carefully. You slowly swing and then you just set up. You watch mid push permanently. That way you're freeing up the Sova too. And then they can play 3 stack A and you're playing B retake. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, this was proactive. We'll go back to reactive, which is what we wanted to do in the first place. So reactive setup. Omen is really, really, really good at B-long, in my opinion, because of this one way. So Omen plays with that one way. Where is chamber? But again, if you're more effective, I will answer that question in a second. Toxic. Hold on. Let me just finish this default. In this, always ask Viper. Again, Viper will be a little flexible, but as soon as the round starts, tell her to make this wall. So this is like a retake and a hold wall at the same time, not the straight version. Like the straight version is like this, you know.
On top of that
Ha,
curtain box.
on top, but instead of the straight one, tell her to do slightly teda version like this. So you get more space over here basically to fight. And then Sova will be playing boiler, and you can play either with the Omen or you can play. You're the free. On attack, you are always going to be free to take a shot wherever you want. You need to get aggressive though, because when you're playing these reactive defaults, you are the initial information. Sova isn't going to use his recon early. Raze isn't going to use his boombot early. We're going to rely on you to get us information. So you can push mid, instantly TP back. Play with your TP a lot, you know, like push mid, play for the TP, not for the kill. So you're pushing mid, you're jiggling, एक दो shot लिया, instantly TP back कर दिया, बोला guys दो mid पे. And then you have 20 seconds where your TP isn't there, where you have to play passively. So you can come over here in that time if they're saying A heavy presence and mark slowly. Once you get your TP back in 20 seconds, again, may tell Raze, मेरे लिए boombot कर please over here. मेरे को boombot करके दे, again you go take an aggressive angle, you have a TP, again you back off. So every 20 seconds we can get info using your TP, basically. Do you get the idea?
Yep, yep.
So when you're doing this, you're free. You can go wherever you want for the shot. Like if you do the mid thing early and then they come back, then you can join Omen. Again, play like defensive with him. You can join him like if he's still in yellow, you can join him over here and he gets contact. You can maintain this angle, or if he's already lost, not this angle, I mean like over here around this box where he's maintaining contact, he gets contact, he blinds for you, you swing. Or if he's lost yellow control, you guys can play here where as soon as they come try to plant, you're just breaking the wall and you're waiting over here. You're waiting over here, you've broken the wall, team will come, instant retake as soon as team comes, like a fast retake basically. So you have to sort of become the leader in the mid round when you're playing the chamber with this comp, because especially when you're playing reactive style. When you're playing proactive style, then you already have a set piece. But when you're playing reactive style, we're reacting to the information. But most importantly, you're reacting to the information. You're the one moving around the map, looking for a shot, looking for the 20-second mark TP again and again. So that's why this wall is important, because if Raze Viper are playing here, and assume you guys just start like this. So Raze Viper playing here, and you're like, okay, we're not pushing mid, so let's just take mid info. Sova is reconning mid over here. Now, in this situation, it's very important for you guys to realize that if you guys are playing Omen Chamber over here, there's no way for you to play ultra defensive. Raze Viper can play ultra defensive, they can play on their utility. You guys can't. So what you should start trying to do is at the start of the round, Omen can TP on top. He gives you the one way, you're holding on to the one way, and you're jiggling for him. If you don't spot anyone in the jiggle, both of you start moving forward, you take garage control, and then you just keep garage control and you tell them, guys, please play a retake. If they come A, delay them with utility, we're going to come on flank together. And the best part about this flank is that everyone plays. chamber on Icebox. When you have an Omen, you can just smoke his trap and he's fucked. Do you get what I mean?
Yup, yup. I don't remember what we do like in this. So
Haha,
not sure
we
how,
will
what all
watch.
are we
This
doing.
is like extremely defensive setup basically. Even this
Hmm.
push I'm telling you now, you do this basically when there is mid pressure to Sova, like someone breaks the recon, for example. Then you can slowly start moving forward. Someone recons towards A, or your teammates tell you lots of footsteps towards A. Then you can start moving forward. Till then, you just play crossfires. Like you play basic crossfire with like you over here, for example, with your second TP back and the Omen over here. So you're jiggling like this. If you get a contact, Omen will swing on your contact and he'll fight together, both of you here. It shouldn't be like you're trying to cover too many angles together, especially against this composition, because again, they don't have flashes. So if you sit in crossfires, there's no way for them to break your crossfires except the Sova utility. And the Sova utility you can break very easily. So now imagine another setup where this is where your Viper needs to learn a lineup, but you can tell him there is a lineup where he needs to start the round, come to bridge, and then from bridge there is a lineup where he can throw his smoke over here. So right next to yellow. Now, if you're playing this setup, this is usually when you're either aggressing mid and you have your second TP towards A, or you're playing A itself. So heavy A presence basically from you. And then the Viper gives Omen that smoke and either joins over here to watch junction if you're playing A, or just joins you if you guys have a read that okay, we are feeling a hit is going to come, we want to play 3A. That smoke, the idea is that then Omen can come back and play around that smoke, so he has some utility to help him out too. So if people are coming, he can spray that smoke, he can flash that smoke, play around. Yeah, Team Asura, this is a member's word. You get the idea here?
Yup, yup.
So what I mean by reactive setup, right? Even when you guys are playing three people at A, it is all about letting them cross into this wall except you. And except you only when you have your TP alive. So if you have your TP, you're like free bird. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I will not say anything. Nothing is a mistake basically. I mean, unless you're running into five people, obviously that is a mistake. But you already know that. I mean, like you can take whichever peak you want as long as you're peeking to TP. Like your hand should be looking to jiggle and instantly TP if you're expecting someone there. You should never die with a TP in your hand. As soon as you don't have the TP, even you're coming and playing back, and then you're like waiting for them to enter. You're playing on someone's contact, so you're giving the contact, like you're playing suppose new box, you don't have a TP, you come back to new box or you come back to behind nest, you're just jiggling. You see someone cross the wall, you tell your teammates Race throws a nade, they're screwed. Viper throws a snake bite, they're screwed. You're the info to tell your team when to throw their utility basically, and while they're doing that they can mark your other angles. So if you're jiggling like this, Race can watch your left hand side area to make sure nobody pushes you like this. Viper can watch mid area to make sure nobody pushes from A. That way Sova can also leave mid and start helping the Omen. Like he can go towards kitchen, make sure no one is smoking kitchen coming, watch junction basically. Under tube, no one is mid to be on the Omen. Get the idea?
Yup.
So just in the defensive comms, it's very important you guys have that angle covered. And in that regard, I just want to clear something. When you're playing aggressively, there are limits. So when you push A na, always keep this as a limit. As in, once you get this much control, don't push more. So when you have the op, for example, and you go on this and you reach belt and you set up the op like this, don't push more. You have this much, you tell the team you have A control till your team doesn't have some fight happening at B or happening at mid, then you can push. But until then, you just hold that angle. And same for your team. If you have A control, they should never be fighting at this area or fighting at this area. They should always be playing backside. Because what can happen when you have this angle is that either they will come into your operator and you will get a first pick, or they will force into the other side. Well, you're like, guys, we lost A control, we need to go B. And if they're forcing B site, then your team cannot be in this area. They cannot be looking to fight for B. They need to stack B, delay utility with B, because you have really good utility to delay. That way you can come through and you can come on the flank. So again, this is that push and pull idea. When you have some control, your team needs to respect the fact that the opposition will take map ka dusre side ka control. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that is again something you should lead, where like you should be like, guys, I have a like, because you're going to be the op. Same when you have B controlled, like suppose you're in garage, you know, B say you pushed in already, garage say you're jiggling, you can be like, guys, B mere paas hai, I can cut rotations, you guys need to play ultra defensive on A. वो लोग A ही आ सकते, they can't go anywhere else. And then if they start coming B, that's when your team can start getting aggressive. Like if you're marking garage से एक op के साथ, you find someone, even if you miss the shot, right, then you can tell your team, okay, I missed the shot, I'm going to leave garage, I'm going to come back, you guys need to start looking for something at mid or A. So it's like the entire map should not be pushing together at once. Hello, Cruiser. Is a good option to play Sky on Icebox. It's not a bad option, they're just better options. Like Sova, KO, Fade are all better. I'm not creating breach meta, but I'll tell you what, I'll create breach meta for you if you get the membership and ask me to make you strats. The breach meta is just like you have to play Ultra W. Like you'll have to play. Wait, if you have to play a breach comp, you'll have to play either Yoru or Neon or Jet. Yoru, Neon, Jet. Fade, Breach, Viper, Chamber. Yeah, that sounds like very bad.
Isn't there already a comp with Breach though? I
Is
saw
there?
it in like one of the, yeah, even in like the APAC, some Filipino team
Arey,
played it.
that was PRX, nah. Like I see.
No. Some other team, Filipino team, not Paper X.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yes, there
remember.
is. I don't know. I
What Speed
haven't
was like,
seen
"Arey guys, मैं बोला था,"
Secret.
something he was saying. Uh,
Oh, but
Astra
they changed that
Breach.
comp. Yeah. It was very troll comp. Wait, let's open
No, but
and
it
have.
was working though.
Where is it? This one. I remember this one. It's Yoru comp. They immediately changed it after one match and went back to their original comp. Uh, the Yoru is actually really good, in my opinion, on this comp. They didn't use it perfectly, but this is what I meant. Like, almost exactly this, I would just replace the Viper. So that's what I was saying. Yoru, Fade, Breach, Chamber, Viper instead of the Omen. Skites played it. You can play anything you want, guys. If you're good enough on a particular agent, you can make it work on any map. It's just going to be hard, you know, because that agent is not as good as other agents on the map. So if you are equally good on Breach as compared to Sova, KO, or Fade, just play Sova, KO, or Fade. Ooh. If. Oh, the spike was going to blow anyways. Well played, Robin. Okay, let's go to your defense. Defense. B retake, Sova boiler. Nice. You're going for the belt peak, I guess. Oh, this is two trap chamber. Ah,
Oh yeah, this is quite old.
that's okay. We can assume that the second trap doesn't exist and only the kitchen trap exists. Ah, yeah. So another reason, like, rather than this Viper wall is just not good usually, because it allows, like, yes, it gives you retake opportunities, but at the same time it allows them to reposition. Like अगर कोई इधर अटका हुआ है ना attackers का, they can reposition, go long, then they can play the spam game through the wall, and you don't have a sage to deny the spam game. So rather than use that wall there, almost always ask your Viper to just give her wall at A. And if she's giving her wall at A, that way Omen can also leave you sometimes. They can be like, if Viper needs help, say Raze is going to help the Viper, Sova is going to help the Viper, Omen can just come watch mid for them. And that way, three people helping the Viper, and she's using a one way to fight, or a retake smoke to play around, or a plant denial smoke to play around. It gives you guys a lot more options. Godspeed Ninja bunny up, same position from Chamber Trap yesterday's small place. What does that mean? I did not understand that.
Oh, he means on that a belong that box. You can like jump on top and then strafe around the corner.
Like the KNG box?
No, if you're attacked, like there's a trap on that box, right? Small box. Outside belong, garage.
Oh, right. Okay, okay. You mean for the flank?
Yeah, for the front.
Ha ha. I would like to see Godspeed bunny hopping in real life. I think that would be a really cool sight.
I don't think you can bunny up in real life.
That's why I want to see Godspeed bunny hopping in real life. The attempt will be very funny. Yes, what Cruiser said, guys. Oh, what happened? You got the first pick. Adgun is low. Okay. He gets vision. Oh, he gets. Okay, small mistake by Robin here. He gets vision, he has a nade, and he sets up a molly. So he gets enough time to back off. I think this is where he just needs to turn on his wall and come back. He'd probably get spotted by the recon though. So he needs someone to break his recon, but okay, whatever. Did enough damage. Now 4v4 retake. You have a flank even. Please don't die, wait. See, this is one of the issues we saw in attack where I assume Wait knows that you're coming, right? With him. So he
Hmm.
shouldn't aggress this much alone. He should wait for you. Because now it's very difficult for you to get a trade. Because like they're either expecting you or they're just going to play ultra defensive. So you can't even get a good fight and you end up dying. So that solo picking is something that you can guys can definitely work on. This match is Tane's match in Asus ROG Showdown. And we're just helping Tane and his team improve their fundamentals. Yeah, that's about right. Ooh, I really like this concept. Like, you guys have basic ideas down straight, which is in ecos you're going for aggression, which is good. I hope it's not because round jaldi khatam karte and rather because we want guns.
No, no, no. Yeah. I mean, I hope not. I don't remember what we
Yeah, it's okay.
formed before doing that.
Oh, nice. You get a Spectre. This time you solo picked. Wait for the belt player to come in or just wait for Riz to come in. And rather than going alone, it's the same thing here. Because if you look at your angles, you're about to peek this. Like you're basically going here. Omen is watching here. Viper is doing nothing. Raze is doing nothing. So even though it's a 4v4, it's actually two 1v1s.
Hmm.
So play with your team a little more as much as possible. So imagine if you wait for the Omen to reach that angle and then you peek, then he can instantly
You
just turn
trade, right?
around and trade. And you guys get another weapon. But now the Omen is stuck. Yeah, he can't go anywhere. The Raze is stuck. He whiffs a little. It's okay, fair enough. Pistol versus Spectre. But still, decent eco. You get two weapons. I think you could have got way more. Because honestly, ROG is not. Like, ROG is making those mistakes too. They're giving you guys those 1v1 fights, So it's coming down to either aim or weapons. In this case, weapons. In some cases, aim. And you always want to be the better team. You don't want to be the more cracked team. I mean, being the more cracked team is also good, but if you're the better team, you'll consistently win. Okay, so Viper, Omen. Ah, try not to play setups like this as much as possible. Because if Viper, Omen are playing on the same area, then you guys have like the whole point of double controller is that you can deny information is only on this much of the map. The entirety of the rest of the map is free for the opponent to sort of take. They don't have to be scared of smokes. They don't have to be scared of presence. And if the Omen is giving you guys smokes like this or like this continuously, then the point of him being here is broken. Now, if you do want to do this setup anyways, then what the Viper should do is give this wall and play as basically a secondary duelist in the sense that the Omen is jiggling and the Viper is swinging on his contact. So imagine Omen is on top of the box, he's jiggling, jiggling, jiggling. He finds someone coming in. He's like, okay, Robin, get ready. I'm going to flash. 3 2 1. Don't even say 3 2 1. He can even just do flash or 3 2 1 flash, whatever is comfortable. He flashes and Robin peeks. So sort of contact setups, bait setups, then that setup makes a lot more sense because you actually get to get value out of it, and the Viper can use the wall for you guys that way, and you guys get to still play that double controller strength even though you have the controllers on the same side. But right now our setup is more like Viper is comfortable playing B yellow. Omen is just trying to play proactively, get some picks. You're comfortable playing A, so we're all playing our individual comfort rather than playing a team-based style. Whoa. What is this smoke? I like Brock to your trap. I have a feeling that Artgun cussed a lot after this. Did
I
he?
don't know what we. I don't know why we smoked that. Yeah, I don't
I
remember
think
most of it.
because he heard him towards mid is what I'm guessing. Wait, let's see. Or maybe he meant to smoke kitchen, but he messed up. But yeah, it is a small issue that can happen. Just ask the Omen to almost never smoke kitchen area because even if he smokes the kitchen, right? Sometimes if you put the smoke slightly to the left, it can block the trap and someone will walk through. It's very unlucky that it happens exactly this round, but yeah, it is unlucky that we gave the opportunity to happen. And then we lose. So this is the problem. On defense, right? When you lose your buy round, you can almost never get your operator online. And I'm guessing you didn't get a chance to get your operator online like for most of this match.
I think I get it once. I'm not sure.
Huh. So once is bad when you have an
Yeah.
8-4 scoreline and you're winning, you should all have the operator almost every single round. But since you lost the buy round, you can't get it. So buy round is where you guys need to try to play ultra safe and deny the opposition everything. Just play on ultra long range battles and pull it through. Hold on. We started with Viper at B. Is that a Viper wall? No. He pulled it back? No. This is the barrier. Okay, you're going for the mid push. Marking, marking. You set up a trap.
Put my trap there.
Yeah, that's nice. So that's what I meant even in attack, right? Because now you have advanced information that they if they come mid, you'll know for sure, like in advance. So that's really good. And you're leaving B on retake. So this is nice. You're stacking up A. You can do this even on a buy round. I'm assuming you guys did this because it's an eco. You're like, okay, we need to stack on an eco. But it's always a good thing to do on a buy round too. Just leave a site for retake. Especially if you have ultimates. Like in this round, you don't have ultimates. If you have something like the raise ultimate, you can leave B on retake because you can always just raise ulti at yellow and retake easily. They're going to rotate. Yep, they're going to rotate. The trap will spot them. You guys now know that they're rotating. So how do we play this? Oh, Viper is smoked off. No, Viper is not smoked off. Okay. Now you know for sure 3v3 retake. I think the only thing that you could do better for this round particularly is that maybe rotate faster. Um, because you don't have much to lose since it's an eco. You can afford to make some assumptions and try to rather focus on finding them and playing on the fights. Nice. Ah.
This round.
So I would say in this situation, never Viper ulti. Um, and also you don't stick the diffuse, ask the Viper to stick the diffuse. Wait, are you low? Oh, you are low. Okay, you're lower than the Viper. So then it makes sense. You should diffuse. Yeah, you're extremely low. Okay. Just not Viper ulti because he does not know where to watch. And if he does want to Viper ulti, then he shouldn't be running around looking for an angle. He should just sit in front of you and wait for them to come to you or try to spam you. If they spam you, then he's going to see where the bullets are coming from and he can deny it. If he just sits in front of you, then he's going to see them coming first. He can even bait you, by sitting right next to you, behind you. Since it's a Viper ulti, they'll always see you first and they won't see him. So he can play like that. Just a very, very small thing, but it will help for post plants in Viper. But the reason I say don't Viper ulti is because in a 2v1 like that, wait, how much time do we have? Let's see. Unmute.
नहीं दिया जा रहा है गोविंद ने फिलहाल बहुत बेहतरीन किल निकाला है डीमारो जी just out to one single player एक 1v2 का situation defusal is coming in
No, we have enough time. So the reason no Viper ulti is because in a 2v1 it's better that both of you just push together, yellow, clear yellow, and then all you have, once you're sticking the diffuse, the Viper can just watch long. So he can't kill you without the Viper getting the first contact first. And then you can immediately come back and defuse. So both are viable options, just about how you play it. What do you guys think is triple initiative setup is always a little better on big maps like triple initiative setup is just very hard to play on defense, dude. It's very easy to play on attack because you get a ton of information. But what are you gonna do with that information on defense is how it defines you as a team. So Leviathan versus DRX is a good example where even DRX in general with their triple initiative and breeze comms, they struggle on defense. I remember even watching a Stacks interview where they're like, we are pros on attack, but defense is very hard with this composition. So
डीमारो जी they have just now
not necessarily worth it on Icebox, I think, because usually you have better setups that give you the attack thing too. Yeah, he meant to smoke tube. It's okay, small mistakes, right? It's not a massive deal, but I think here is what you meant by your mental started breaking. Okay, so I will give one tip for what you should do when you have a mental issue, and then we'll just forward the rest because I can see in rounds like that why your mental will break. I think when your mental breaks, right, just W, full W. Like immediately the next round, just full W. Kill them on their face. Be like, and cuss. Just like, I can't say it right now, but I think you get what I say. Like, hey, fuck all that. Just be like, you guys can't do anything. This, that. You don't actually mean it. It's just to hype your team up. It's to make them feel like, okay, let's forget the clutch and remember what we can do, which is kill them. Because we had an 8-4 lead. You know? So it's not really a strategical play. It's more like an emotional play, but it works a lot, because when you're tilted, that is what sort of brings your mind back to the right note, and then next round onwards you start thinking strategically. Still playing well though. We're trying to deny plant. We get the
I
spike
cuss it
planter.
out even when the mental isn't broken.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's good. Like I'm not against cuss at all in comms, because I think it sort of hypes players up as long as you understand that purpose. Wait, what? Oh no! Ah, that hurts. The resulty. Yeah, fair. If that resulty gets even one person, you guys win the round. Again, though, in situations like that, the only thing I would say that could have been done better, even though I guess it is slightly unlucky for the race to die with her ulti in her hand, is that she should be waiting for the rest of you. So I'll go to the exact point. Yeah, so right here, he's going for the raise ulti. Notice where the rest of the team is. So you are still mid. Viper is Viper is, I think, setting up the snake
he's
bite to deny
mollying the
plant.
yeah.
Yeah, he's volleying. Sova is also, I assume, shock darting or marking wall push, basically. Smoke out. Which means even though it's a 5v4 on the map, we are 5v4. We have man advantage. We are actually 1-1v1 or at max 2v2. Even if the Omen can help him, which he can't, because I think it's going to be.
With
Is it
small wall.
walled?
Yeah, there's a sage wall.
Yeah, there is a sage wall. So it's not even a 2v2, it's actually two 1v1s. And this guy is getting a freebie. Like he doesn't have to do anything to help his team or even be scared, because we don't have any pressure over here. So again, man advantage situations, I think it's the same concept as solo peaking, which is that we need to be aware of our positions of our teammates. This is for everyone, which is just to wait a little longer. So same thing if you guys were already in screens and then he comes out with the ultimate. Even if he still dies, you guys get this guy because he'll be distracted for a second, and then you can overwhelm them. So even if he doesn't actually get to use his ultimate, just the impact of his ultimate will still be there. Okay, go next. Hi Varsha. I was Rafa. Rafa is not. I think he's either unwell or he's left. I heard both rumors, though I think he's left. Lethal. So I see what you meant, that you're not taking as much area because you're playing in duos and trios. We can afford to play a little more aggressively, especially I think the point I mentioned about you, because you're playing the passive anchor, which is not bad, but same concept as attack, where I was saying 30% is uh, standard default, 30% is just hits, and then the rest 40 is for you to adapt and play on ultis. Same on defense. You shouldn't be playing anchor every single round. That's the strongest part about Chamber and why he's broken, is because you can play as a duelist too. So sometimes you can be like, chal raise mere saath apan dono push karte. You can just take the Sova with you to get his utility and support you guys. So keep switching it around, sometimes like 3 to 4 rounds be proactive together, then suddenly change the tempo. If for 3 to 4 rounds you're being aggressive, then the next 2 3 rounds just get ultra defensive. And doesn't have to be the number I'm saying. It can be like 1 round aggressive, 1 round defensive, 2 rounds aggressive, 2 rounds defensive. You guys can, that is what your IGL can tell you when to shift, when not to shift, depending on how you're playing. But always try to be different and not let the opponent read what kind of setups you're playing.
Mhm.
Because right now they've understood that you're going to play A heavy, play B on retake, basically, especially with the two traps. So they create presence on A, then they slowly try to rotate to B. And there's not much you can do about it because you don't have much control. So as soon as they create some presence on B, this guy gets freebies. And you guys are just stuck because you're scared of him, but you're also
Yeah, we
scared
are
of the
not
plant.
getting any info. So like
Yeah.
I'm always rotating, or someone is always rotating, and
Yes.
then the other side is open. Then they can even go back there if they want.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why, like, if you're playing, the idea is correct for the Raise Viper in the sense that they have a lot of utility. They're trying to save that utility, deny plant. So if they're doing that, then you become the info. Where if you have your
Hmm.
TP, you need to get aggressive and get info for your team. Like take pipes control, for example, take pipes control, keep that aggressive A angle. Then you just need one person to watch your belt, and you continuously have aggressive info. And if they push you, you can back off. You can tell your team, okay, I had to back off at A. Now you guys need to use something at B. That's when, if the Raze is at B, she can use the boom bot to take some info. If Omen Viper are playing B, they can flash and peek, push her angle together to get some info. So like you need to get aggressive to get info when your TP is out. And it also depends on what info you get. Like if you are pushed back by 5 people, then obviously you can tell your team, guys, everyone is coming A. One person stay at B, rest rotate.
Hmm.
And this will apply for every map, by the way. This is not just for Icebox. In Icebox, it's more obvious because it's a different composition you guys are playing, and the way I'm telling you to play this comp, people are not used to because we don't play a lot of Viper Omen. Um, I'll also suggest, actually, we'll end it here, and I'll suggest you a ward to watch for Viper Omen, which will help you guys. Uh, Yeah, so you can watch this, the guards comps with Viper Omen, because they played very, very nicely. They play that whole push and pull thing. This Cloud9 match especially is very good because it went so many overtimes. And if I'm not mistaken, NRG also used to play Viper Omen. Yep. So NRG still play Viper Omen. You can watch NRG also. They're a really good shout. The only difference, of course, is that they have Sage. So assume like the Sage is an anchor, your Raze is an anchor. That's the main difference. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, try watching a ward with your team. Don't look at like rounds. Look at the positions they're playing, their ideas, when they're rotating, when they're not rotating. Try to imagine what their comms will be. So that's how. Whenever I give my team a ward, I tell them, don't be bothered about the shots. Don't be bothered about the battles. Focus more on the map. Like the whole point is to watch the map, watch the angles they're holding, when they're changing their angles, what time they're changing their angles, and that's how you can learn more. How do you get out of such a situation where a guy keeps aggressive pushing and we're not sure where Spike will be planted with the rest of the enemy team? What do you mean? One guy keeps aggressive pushing and we're not sure where Spike will be. Oh, so you're saying imagine a situation, Cyborg, where some guy is contesting A, some guy is contesting B, and some guy is contesting mid. The best way to get out of this situation is to just say fuck you to the other team and W on one of these guys, because if they're contesting all three angles, they can't be together. There is no way they are together. That means they're definitely either 2, 2, 1 or whatever. In some place, there's going to be only one guy. So whichever place like suppose the chamber is here, he's most likely the one guy. There's no point really aggressing on him because these will just end up aggressing on you back. So aggress that two-man setup which is most immobile. Like if the Viper is here, aggress on the Viper. If the Viper is here, aggress on the Viper. If you kill the Viper, then suddenly they're screwed. So you just aggress, you use as much utility as you need to, you take the man advantage, and then you just play with the man advantage in the sense that you always play together for the trade. So that together part, you guys have got it locked down on attack. Your strength on attack is the fact that you play together. Tane, I think you just need to carry that onto defense. In man advantage
Hmm.
situations, always just remember, guys.
No, in this match you saw that round, right? After that it was a bit, it all went
Ha
downhill.
ha.
Like we
That's why I'm like, it's
got
okay. It happens,
a bit
right?
tilted, I guess.
And use that in the future. If rounds like that will happen, we'll make mistakes. You get tilted. If you get tilted, just be like, okay, you know what? You make the call as your team, or you can go tell your team after this, like, guys, in future, we're going to just do something out of the box. Do something that is going to irritate the fuck out of the opponent team and is going to make you laugh. Bring back the fun. That is the best way to get rid of the tilt, where you're like, fuck it, let's 5-man W mid. We don't care. We are going to play that
Hmm.
match. Basically. And that's how, like, apes together. Yeah, that's what Godspeed said. Apes together strong. If you get
Is
tilted,
is
you're just
that is
like,
that supposed to be something to do with some pro team that plays, or
I
because
think so. I
apes
think
are
that might be Godspeed's thingy, or it might be some other team's like philosophy, which is like apes together strong means just 5-man W. But yeah, same concept, which is like get the mental back for your team by just pressing W. Because even if you press W and you lose the round, right, you guys will just end up laughing at something comedy that happens. And as soon as that laughing happens, then you resettle, you start going back to your defaults, you start playing a good game. Cool?
yeah,
Lovely. I hope this was worth your time.
yeah,
Um,
good ideas.
I hope it
After
helps you
this, like
improve.
after this game, we also watched the game, and then we also had some similar conversations, some new things that I learned from you as well. So
I say this
very
in
good.
every word. You're nice. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me at any point if you have any question, or if you just want to ask about how to do something, anything basically. Just DM me and I will always reply. And yeah, I hope you guys keep improving. Let me know if you guys ever do actually try something like this and you see results. It's always good to hear that something I'm saying is actually being implemented and works in a game. And yeah, it's just
I'll let you know
nice.
if we play. Like we don't have five like active guys right
It's
now.
okay. Even in ranked, now you can use these basic philosophies where you can become the agile. In your playing chamber, you can be like, okay, Sova, मेरे को recon दे. That 20-second rule, for example, very useful in ranked because it gives your team
My
so
elo
much
in
info.
rank is a bit too low. I ask people to do something on defense. They're
Ha.
like, guys, attack में push करते हैं, अभी जरा रुको. So it's a bit. I'm a bit down bad right now. So I'll try to try to increase my
It's
elo a
okay,
bit, I
it's
guess.
okay. Even if you don't have util now, just take it upon yourself. And I guess this is for the rest of you too. In ranked, if you get fuck all teammates like that who are like, "Oh, attack me, you kurta defenseman," all that, they try to act like they're pro players or whatever without actually knowing what they're talking about. Mute. Just insta mute. Don't even bother thinking that they exist. And you can carry 1v5, guaranteed. And bait them. Bait them as much as possible. At some point, they'll use their recon, right? So try to play around that. You can even go aggressive solo, but when you're going aggressive solo without util, you have to be slightly more cautious. So when you TP back, then he's going to use util. You can again repeat on his util and get. And when you have fuck all teammates like that, never play for one kill. Always try to like play cheap angles, get multi kills, bait teammates and get multi kills, because assume that at least one or two of your teammates are idiots and they're not going to get a single kill. तो उनका काम तेरे को करना ही है. You don't have a choice,
Hmm.
because that is honestly what tilts everyone including me the most. When you're like, मैं मेरा काम कर लिया तू तेरा काम करना, but वो they never do their work. So you're just like, what the fuck, and you're like, how do I play? We just, if you assume from the start that these guys are idiots and they're not going to do their work properly, then if they do their work, you start getting super confident. Like, oh my god, I have a good team. Oh my god, they're actually playing with me. And then you'll win 13-0, 13-1, 13-2. Like, I played a neon game the other day on Ascent where I had a breach who was crying from lobby. 2 rounds I asked him to stun for me. He's like, I won't. Luckily, I got a 4K in one of those rounds, and he's like, okay, Neon, come, I'll give you what you want. And once he started giving me what we want, we started stomping on the other team, and we won like 13-4. And then he's like, okay, I'm sorry. So like, even toxic idiots, they have ways to learn. You just have to avoid confrontation with them, because if you fight them, they want to fight. That's why they're toxic. They'll just get even more toxic. So either mute them or just sort of try to prove them wrong. And that way, even if you lose, your mental won't be affected. Because honestly, the way I think you sound to me right now is that the biggest issue is that you're losing confidence. Am I wrong?
Yeah, in ranked for sure, I'm
Yeah.
losing confidence. I'm losing the will to play ranked, and
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Take a break, and then when you come back, even if you're playing solo, just follow the idea that I'm going to 1v5. Like, go into the game with the assumption that I am going to 1v5, and you can 1v5. Believe that. Like, you can't just feel like I'm going to 1v5 and then get sad when your aim misses. It's okay. One round aim misses, second round it will hit, third round you'll get an ace. It will happen eventually, as long as you keep believing in yourself, because I fucking promise you, at least 60% of Valorant aim is just confidence. The rest 40% maybe muscle memory, but that muscle memory also disappears when you don't have confidence and you start
mm,
questioning everything. You don't peek proper angles, stuff like that. So yes, that's pretty much it, friends. Um, for today's word review, we'll try to do this every week. Next week, my one of my क्या बोलते हैं next week I'm going to Chennai because my partner is going to be coming home, so I'm going to go see her. So I think I'll try to do some IRL streams. Maybe you guys will enjoy that. Either ways, I hope you liked this concept. New memberships should be out by tomorrow. I think they're gone out for review. So I'll try to stream either tomorrow and day after, and then you guys can try the new memberships out, unless they're already out, in which case you can try them now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. Hope you enjoyed it, Tane. Hope you enjoyed the chat. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.